The true story of the Queen of Egypt. After Mark Antony successfully rescued Caesar, they did not rush back to the Senate, but led the army to Egypt. Caesar needed time to rest, and Egypt, as his second home, was his safest haven. However, the failed assassination made him furious, and at the same time made him regret his negligence. Under this heavy pressure, he finally fell ill. In the palace, the lights were bright, and the air was filled with the scent of incense. Caesar lay on the bed, his face pale, his brows furrowed, and fine beads of sweat oozing from his forehead. Queen Cleopatra stood by the bed, her eyes full of worry, and little Caesar, Ptolemy the 15th, who was only 6 years old, sat obediently beside him, holding his father's hand tightly. Antony, on the other hand, stood in front of the bed with a solemn look. Day after day, the queen took care of Caesar personally, and Antony always guarded by his side. Finally, after a long recovery period, Caesar's body gradually recovered, and the heroic spirit of the past returned to his eyes. However, the time on the sickbed not only failed to calm his anger, but made his revenge more intense. He was determined to return to Rome, settle accounts with those betrayers, let blood and fire wash away his shame. However, the Queen and Antony strongly opposed it. They knew that the Senate would never give up easily, and Caesar would face greater danger on this trip. Antony advised, "Rome is no longer what it used to be. It is not only your enemies who are ambushed there, but also the entire corrupt regime." Cleopatra also advised, "Egypt is your backing. We can rebuild the royal power here. Why go to the danger in person?" But Caesar was determined. He could not tolerate betrayal, let alone let those conspirators go unpunished. In the end, he decided to lead his army back to Rome alone. Before leaving, he made an important decision, officially appointing Mark Antony as his successor, titled Ptolemy the 14th, to ensure the stability of Egypt's rule. The storm was surging, and the drums of war were beating again. Caesar, with the rage of revenge, set out to return to the empire he once controlled. And this time, he vowed not to give his enemies any chance.